So we're back for the 6th league of the day. We've been streaming for 10 hours, and this is going to be the final deck of the stream. This is Elves. So, I'm not sure why you wouldn't be familiar with Elves, but if you aren't, we are a combo deck that is looking to play a bunch of creatures and then cheat into play usually Craterhoof Behemoth. So, on the low end, we've got, for all of our small elves, we have all the cards kind of work in tandem with each other. So I'll go through them one at a time and then explain the synergies. So Allosaurus Shepherd, 1 mana, 1/1, can't be countered. Green spells can't be countered. And 6 mana, turn all your elves into 5/5s for the turn. Primarily used for the uncounterability clause. Next, we've got Birchlore Rangers. You can tap 2 elves to make 1 color of mana. Heritage Druid, you can tap 3 elves to make 3 green. And then you've got Nettle Sentinel. 2/2 it doesn't untap normally, but it untaps whenever you cast a green spell. So you use Nettle Sentinel in combination with Heritage Druid or Birchlore Rangers to make mana, cast spells, and then untap it again. Then you've got Quirion Ranger, which is a 1/1. You can bounce one of your own forests to untap a creature, but only once per turn. And then Wirewood Symbiote, which is not an elf, it is an insect, and you can bounce an elf to untap a creature and only activate once per turn. So you use all of these in combination with each other to generate a ton of mana very quickly. And then you have Glimpse of Nature. Whenever you cast a creature spell this turn, draw a card. So you can start making tons of mana, casting spells, chaining them back to back, drawing a bunch of cards. You also have Elvish Visionary, which is a 2 mana 1/1 that draws a card when it enters. Once Upon a Time as 2 ofs. And then you've got your tutor cards, Green Sun Zenith, which can fetch any of our green creatures, and Dryad Arbor. And Natural Order, which fetches any creature of any cost whatsoever for 4 mana by sacking another creature. So, Grist is a 1 of target for tutors if you need to kill stuff or just make a value piece. But on the top end with Natural Order, you can either have a bunch of creatures in play and then play Craterhoof Behemoth in play, which will pump itself and everything by however many creatures there are and give them all trample. And then it itself has haste, so usually will kill your opponent immediately. Or maybe you don't have enough creatures in play, or somehow it's not going to kill them, in which case you go grab a Traxa and then just draw a bunch of cards. As far as lands go, we've got a bunch of fetches and green sources, including Bayou, because we do have the 1 of Grist, of course, and we have black cards in the sideboard. Also, it is possible to hardcast a Traxa in this deck by using Birchlore Rangers to fix. We've got 2 Besajus, 2 Dryad Arbors, which can be fetched or Zenith for. And then, of course, the all-important Gaia's Cradle generates green for each creature you control, which is another way that the deck makes absolutely boatloads of mana. Sideboard, we've got Thoughtseize for when we either need to attack combo decks that we can't beat on time, or when we need to take stacks pieces or just other cards that are going to kill us. Leyline of the Void and Endurance for the graveyard. Collector Oof for artifact decks, and then we've got these as various pieces of interaction: Abrupt Decay, Dismember, and Run Afoul, which kills flyers. Elves does have serious problems against Bowmasters, of course, because not only can it kill any of our creatures for no card cost, but also it means that if we use Glimpse of Nature, then it can just start killing everything that we play whenever we cast another creature. So deck has serious problems against Bowmasters. Other than that, let's go ahead and jump into a league with Elves. All right, we're on the play for round 1. Ooh, our only land is Gaia's Cradle. That is a no-go, because we can't actually tap it for anything. So Molt. All right, this is fine, I guess. We'll keep this and put back, I'm not actually sure, probably a land. All right, let's do that. Forest, Nettle Sentinel, and pass to the opponent. Wooded Foothills, fetch, Badlands, Once Upon a Time, gets a mountain, Cabal Therapy. All right, what are they going to name? Heritage Druid would be a perfectly fine thing to name. They named Nettle Sentinel, even though that's the one card they know we just played. Huh. All right, so play Besaju, go to combat, swing with the Nettle Sentinel, and then Heritage Druid, untap Nettle Sentinel, and they've just conceded to that. Okay, well, that seems very premature, but sure. So they're a Cabal Therapy deck, which means what? That they're a graveyard deck. Like whatever they are, they're a graveyard deck. So Leyline, Endurance, and then let's see, Grist's probably not good unless they're Reanimator. Did they mull super low or something? No, they didn't. Let's see. Once can go. Like, I'm not sure what deck they actually are. So I assume that they don't have counter spells since they just showed me Rakdos mana. So I assume they're either like Reanimator or Oops All Spells or something. Probably Reanimator, right? Let's cut Allosaurus Shepherd. Maybe just Allosaurus Shepherd entirely and leave Once Upon a Time in. It's probably a mistake to cut Grist. Let's not cut Grist. I could also bring in Thoughtseize, but I assume with Elves you can't cut too much because you do need, you know, all of your stuff. All right, submit. All right, we've got Leyline in hand along with a bunch of good things. So keep. It obviously sucks that Crater Hoof's in our hand, so we can't tutor it. But opponent Once Upon a Times for Wooded Foothills. Plays Bayou. Cabal Therapy. Names Green Sun Zenith, which we do have. All right. Maybe they're Jund mana. Okay, maybe they're Nick Fit. I don't know. Heath, fetch, grab Forest, play Heritage Druid. All right, they've conceded. I don't know what's happening. I guess maybe they just can't beat Leyline of the Void. I don't know. All right, on to round 2. Hey, super fast game. I'll take it. All right, well we're on the play for round 2. This hand's obviously missing a payoff, but we do have Elvish Visionary to redraw, so it's fine. Keep. All right, so fetch. And play Heritage Druid, and go. Underground Sea, Ponder. All right, so Heritage Druid, Gaia's Cradle, tap, Elvish Visionary, trigger, tap for 3 green, cast Elvish Visionary, trigger, draw, play Wirewood Symbiote, and then, unfortunately, we are missing payoffs, so activate Wirewood, untapping Heritage Druid, bounce Elvish Visionary, and then pass to them. Polluted Delta, Thoughtseize us. All right, well, I guess it was a mistake to bounce. I wanted to bounce then so I could bounce on their turn as well. All right, so let's bounce. I just want more draws. Grist, okay. So let's see. Why can't I activate this? Oh, because I don't have 3 elves, duh. All right, Cradle for 3, play Elvish Visionary, trigger, draw. There's Natural Order. So if I go land, activate Heritage Druid, I have to tap all of these. And then I go Natural Order, eating, I don't know, one something. I tap all of these. I go Natural Order, eat one of them. I grab Crater Hoof, and then each of my guys gets +3. And I only have 2 attackers. So then I have 8, 11 damage in. And then we're very likely to kill them next turn. That assumes Natural Order resolves. So let's go tap, tap, tap. Let's play Bayou. Let's go Natural Order. Eat one of the 2 Heritage Druids, and we'll see if this resolves. It did resolve. All right, Crater Hoof, trigger, go to combat. Oh, I could have bounced this and untapped this. Ugh, I'm stupid. All right, swing. This ought to be good enough anyway. All right, untap, bounce, play Elvish Visionary. That would have actually been lethal if I'd been intelligent. Okay, shake off any mistakes and just keep on going. They're at 3. Like, you know, I think we're good. Unless they're literally a combo deck that can win right now. Why did I think that I couldn't untap it? I don't know. I was thinking through the line, and for some reason I got it into my head that I only could attack with 2 creatures. Dark Ritual. Oh no, they are a Storm deck. God damn it. So I just punted this game. Although the fact that they're taking so long tells me that maybe they don't have it, or they have it, but it's like really complicated. Chrome Mox. Imprinting nothing. Yeah, so they're Storm. Beseech. And then they're going to Gaia's Will. No, they're grabbing Brainstorm? Huh. Okay, we won. All right, so they're Storm. So we want Thoughtseize. And we want to shut off their ability to combo with Gaia's Will. So we want Endurance and Leyline of the Void, which means Grist is no good. I can cut Once Upon a Time, and I probably don't need Allosaurus Shepherd in this matchup. And that leaves 2 cards to cut. I'm going to go with Birchlore Rangers. It's probably like the worst card in the deck outside of Once Upon a Time, so maybe those can go. There's also a possible consideration of getting rid of Atraxa, but I think that's probably fine. All right, let's submit that. Okay, so this hand's really slow. We're on the draw too. Heritage Druid into Elf, which we still can't activate. Yeah, let's mold this. Well, this hand's unkeepable, so we'll mold this. All right, Leyline of the Void in the opening hand's great. Glimpse is great. So I'll keep, and then what do I have to throw away? The problem is having to throw away 2 cards. Definitely one of the 2 Elvish Visionaries, and then I'm not sure after that. Maybe Glimpse, like I just don't have the critical mass necessary to get there with this hand. All right, so Glimpse, and then done. Reveal Leyline. Opponent Misty, fetch, Underground Sea, Grafdigger's Cage. Okay, so we can't Natural Order anymore, or GSC. So fetch, grab, Forest, Heritage Druid, pass. Polluted Delta. So wait, they are playing Grafdigger's Cage, which means they can't Gaia's Will from the graveyard either? Huh. Okay, so I can't play all of this in the same turn right now. So let's just go Forest, Elvish Visionary, trigger. All right, combat, attack them with Heritage Druid. Opponent fetches. Lotus Petal. All right, so they're going to go off now. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. LED. Beseech. Okay, but they can't Gaia's Will combo, so they're beseeching for what? Infernal Tutor. Ad nauseum. All right. There's Tendrils. Storm 7. So we're dead, because they can just Chrome Mox, Lotus Petal Ritual, and then kill us. Yep. So then they cast everything, and now we're getting Tendrils. All right. Yeah, we're dead. So, yeah, let's get rid of Endurance. I guess what? Is Abrupt Decay good? Like, you can Abrupt Decay their LED when they start trying to go off, and then shoot it before they cast their last spell? Or do I just decide in Birchlore Rangers to just speed up? The fact that Beseech requires an artifact sacrifice just makes Abrupt Decay more appealing now. All right, let's get rid of Atraxa. Oh, I have Collect Roof in my sideboard. What am I doing? I should definitely have that in the deck. All right, let's do that. Let's see. Leyline in the opener plus Heritage Druid, and I can maybe GSC for Oof. Oh, the Grafdigger's Cage is interesting since they can just sack it with Beseech and then still do their thing. Oh, yeah, that is a good point. All right, I'm not throwing this back, so let's keep it. Put Leyline into play. All right, so this. Let's go find Bayou, Heritage Druid, back to them. Polluted Delta, fetching, and grabbing Underground Sea. Thoughtseize. I imagine they take one of our 2 GSCs here, right? No, they took Glimpse of Nature. Huh. Well, I can't oof until next turn, so let's GSC for 0. We have a second Dryad in our deck. And let's play this Dryad, and then let's attack them. And then next turn, I'll GSC for oof. Polluted Delta. All right. Land, GSC for 2. X is 2. Done. Grabbing Collector Oof. And then go to combat. Swing. End of turn, fetch. Blue, dress down. All right. So fetch. I guess we can just lose this turn potentially. Brainstorm. Surprising how many Legacy games are won with shitty creature beats. Yeah, because there's so many games that are just like combo decks that don't interact on the board at all. So then you just play your stacks piece and then you just beat them to death like between 2 and 5 damage at a time. They're thinking about this for a long time, which means either they don't have it and they're figuring out what the best line is, or they do have it, but it's incredibly complicated to get there. Another Brainstorm. All right, it looks like they're going for it. Lotus Petal. LED. Another LED. Ponder. Sack for black. Sack for blue. Okay. So they've got, what, Adnals on top or Beseech? Beseech away, LED. All right, so all that and they can't win. On to round number 3. Round 3, we're on the draw. At least these matches are going pretty fast. All right, this looks fine. Keep Ancient Tomb. Chalice of the Void on 1. Well, So we've got a Once Upon a Time for Allosaurus Shepherd. Cast Once Upon a Time. Try to find Allosaurus Shepherd. We found Allosaurus Shepherd. All right. Land Allosaurus Shepherd. And then over to them. So Ancient Tomb into Chalice, I assume, is Mono Red Prison. I guess it could also be, what, 8 cast? Second Ancient Tomb. Karn Scion of Urza. Make a Karnstruct. All right. So let's see. So I need to fetch another land. So fetch. Bayou. Heritage Druid. Nettle Sentinel. And now we're going to go a bit nuts here. So activate Heritage Druid, tap everything. Then Glimpse of Nature. Untap Nettle Sentinel. Then cast Birchlore Rangers. Trigger. Draw a card. Then Birchlore Rangers hits the field. I want to use Heritage Druid, so let's use Quirion Ranger. Triggers. Draw a card. All right, activate Heritage Druid. Tap. Cast Elvish Visionary. Triggers. Untap. Put Elvish Visionary into play. Trigger. Once Upon a Time. So cast another Allosaurus Shepherd. Triggers. All right, I've already played a land this turn, right? Yeah, so activate Heritage Druid. Tap. Cast Once Upon a Time. Untap this. Resolve Once Upon a Time. Reveal, I guess, Allosaurus Shepherd. It doesn't really matter. Cast Allosaurus Shepherd. Triggers. Draw. Untap. Use Birchlore Rangers to make green. Cast another Nettle Sentinel. Untap the first Nettle Sentinel. Draw another card off Glimpse. Untap. Or play this. Then use Birchlore Rangers to tap both the Nettle Sentinels. Cast Heritage Druid. Triggers. Draw. Nettle Sentinel untaps. Resolve Heritage Druid. So then I can do what? I can make 3 with Heritage Druid. And I can use Quirion Ranger to untap 1 creature. So I'm 1 short of being able to use Natural Order. Because I go Heritage Druid, tap everything, make 3. Quirion Ranger, bounce a land, untap another guy. And then I only have 1 creature untapped. All right, so pass the turn. We win next turn with Natural Order. So, I think we're good. All right, yeah, so we win. So mono brown rampy stuff, I guess. So definitely oof. I assume they have artifacts to use in that deck. Probably Thoughtseize and maybe Abrupt Decay. So let's see. What do I not want? Obviously, Allosaurus Shepherd's good against Chalice of the Void, and I can't guarantee that they're going to cut it. So that has to stay in. I'm gonna cut this, this. They probably have Ensnaring Bridge somewhere, which means I need Abrupt Decay in the deck. Maybe I just shave a bunch of stuff after that. One Elvish Visionary, maybe 2 of these, and I probably don't need all 4 of them because I have Zenith as well. All right, let's do that. Okay, unfortunately 2 of our lands are Gaia's Cradle, but we can Zenith for Dryad Arbor and then go grab it. I can also grab Bayou first and Thoughtseize them. So I think this hand's good. City of Traders, Lotus Petal, cast Trinisphere. Yeah, I was afraid something like that would happen. Well, let's play Dryad Arbor and pass. Back over to them. Play Urza Saga, get rid of City of Traders, and then cast Crucible of Worlds. All right, so they can replay City. Okay, so let's see. I can't actually cast anything right now, so I guess I just attack them with Dryad Arbor. So next turn I can finally cast stuff. Wasteland, oh come on. Now they've Wasteland locked us. So there's no way out of this, right? They get to replay Wasteland every single turn. I guess I could draw naturally like what? Our deck has 3 forests. I guess I can get all 3 forests. So if we naturally get all 3 forests or fetch lands into all 3 forests, we can get out of this. Well, that's a good sign. Back over to them. Urza Saga goes up to 3 counters. We have to fetch before they fetch so that we don't get needled. Forest, fetch, forest. All right, grabs Mox Opal. Replays Urza Saga. And Karn's Silex. Can't play anything. If I Cradle, they just play Wasteland again. Can't fetch, so I have to literally draw the 1 forest left in my deck. All right, guys, Cradle, go. If I play this, it at least forces them to either Wasteland or play something else to get the mana for the Karn tokens. Or Beseiju, yeah. I either need to draw Beseiju to kill Trinisphere or... Yeah, all right, Wasteland. Well, that's a bunch of nothing, so we're just going to go to cleanup, I guess. Make a Construct, and then they make another Construct. I basically have 1 turn to maybe draw something. Discarding, I don't know, Thoughtseize at this point's useless. Thing is, at this point, even if I draw a 3rd land, right? If I draw an answer to Trinisphere, it's too slow. If I draw a 3rd land, I can only play, like, Oof or something, and then it's still too slow. I'm just getting killed by the Construct token, right? I can't believe they didn't make another Construct there. Manifold Key, okay. Wasteland our Gaia's Cradle, attack for 7. We go to 11. If I don't draw an untapped land this turn that's not Gaia's Cradle, I'm scooping. All right, I'm scooping. Once again, we've got a play-draw matchup here, so... All right, run this. I'm not going to bring Leyline in the Void in for Crucible. All right, that's fine. All right, we're on the play this time. Let's see. I guess this hand's fine, right? I should get Dryad Arbor first thing, so that I have 3 mana in case they Trinisphere us. So, Foothills, Fetch, grab Bayou, GSE, and Dryad Arbor, and then go. Crystal Vein, then pass to us. Ooh, Heritage Druid. I can actually play all... No, I'm short, because Wirewood's an insect. So, cast Elvish Visionary, trigger, draw, fetch, let's grab another Bayou, and then I guess let's just get Heritage Druid out now, and then pass to them. 1 mana at instant speed in their colorless deck. They have Dismember? Yeah, alright. But they didn't Dismember Dryad Arbor. Ancient Tomb, Grim Monolith, 4 mana, Karn, Sign of Urza, make it 2/2, yep. We drew Atraxa. That's really bad. I sided out Birchlore Rangers, right? Yeah, so I actually can't cast it, so it's a completely dead draw. All right. All right, cast Elvish Visionary. Draw a card. We drew GSZ. It's probably best to GSZ out for Collector Oof. So let's play Nuddle Sentinel and Wirewood Symbiote and pass to them. And then the Constructs just get bigger and bigger. Mike Construct, Urza Saga. 4 mana, Karn the Great Creator. Minus Karn, what are they grabbing? Torp or Orb. That's going to be pretty bad. No attacks. Do I want to bounce one of these Elves? I don't think so. Not right now. Actually, I could bounce one and then bounce the other one and play it. It's probably better. Oh, man. Like, I want a Green Sun for Oof, but it's just not even good here. I probably Green Sun for what? Grist, and then kill one of my guys, kill Karn, and then I'm still just losing to the Construct tokens. That's the problem. All right, untap. What do we draw? Obviously, Natural Order would be the best draw. Heritage Druid. That's also an excellent draw. All right, so let me think. Heritage Druid. Tap 3 of my Elves. I have 3, 6 mana, right? This, 3, 6, 7. I can GSC for 4, which is not enough. All right, so first things first is Heritage Druid. Always yes to triggered ability from Nettle Sentinel. So I go tap all these 3, and I can bounce Elvish Visionary into my hand and recast it, and then I still have 4 mana for Zenith. So activate, tap, tap, tap. Activate Wirewood Symbiote, untap Heritage Druid. bounce Elvish Visionary, recast Elvish Visionary, which triggers the Nettle Sentinel. Then we draw another Nettle Sentinel. All right, so I can go Heritage Druid, tap 3, make 4, 5, 6, 7. So Heritage Druid, tap these. I go to 4, play a Nettle Sentinel, I go down to 3, this Nettle Sentinel untaps, and then I have another 3 Elves, so then I go 6, and I can kill them with Crater Hoof, right? I have to Zenith for 9, right? So Heritage, Elf, Nettle Sentinel, cast a new Nettle Sentinel, untap this Nettle Sentinel, resolve this one, and then activate, tap, 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 6, 7, 8, 9. I have exactly enough. All right, GSZ, 6. Oh no, am I 1 short? 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I have enough, right? Green. Yeah, green. X is 8. Done. Untap these 2. Then grab Crater Hoof. Boom. Go to combat. See, guys, I can be smart too. I can math my way out of a problem. What are we waiting on, opponent? They are still counting, seeing if they live. They're taking 25 here, even if they block with everything. All right, so our opponent allegedly disconnected, and we have won, although we would have won anyway. So let's go on to round number 4. Round number 4 on the play. We have Dryad Arbor as our only land. It's not even that good, even if Dryad Arbor survives, so let's mull. All right, that's better. Let's get rid of one of the 2 Nettle Sentinels. All right, so Bayou, Nettle Sentinel, and pass to them. Urza's Saga. Urza's Bauble. All right, so 8 cast. Baubles us, reveals Wirewood Symbiote. Bauble trigger on upkeep, they draw. We drew Traxa, that's awful. All right. So go to combat, attack, second main, fetch a forest, and then play Elvish Visionary and untap. All was yes, all was yield. Draw and pass turn. Bauble, Ancient Tomb, so they can make a construct. They're just making a construct now. All right. Emery, milling over this stuff, Bauble us. Okay. 2 combo decks, Racing in the Night. All right, so I can't attack with Nettle Sentinel anymore. It also just gets traded with. So instead, we will go Birch Lore into Wirewood Symbiote, and then we can't... There's no way to natural order here, right? It's Birch Lore, and then tap itself and Nettle Sentinel, and then cast Wirewood Symbiote. Untap. This resolves, and then we use this to tap these 2. Then Wirewood, untap Nettle Sentinel, or untap Birch Lore, bounce Elvish Visionary, then cast Elvish Visionary, triggering this, and then we draw Wirewood Symbiote. Okay, so tap these 2, cast Wirewood, untaps this, and then I'm 1 short, right? Because I can Wirewood, bounce this to my hand, untap this, but then I only have 1 mana, so pass to them. Although next turn I have enough mana to use Natural Order. I guess they could, what, grab Needle and Needle Wirewood Symbiote? But that's not going to, or yeah, they can do that and Needle Wirewood Symbiote, but that's it. Float a mana with Urza's Saga. Fetches Shadow Spear. Picks Chalice of the Void. Okay. And so then they're going to cast Chalice on 1, presumably. Seed of the Synod. Oh, they're going to Chalice on 2? Okay. So that I can't keep looping Elvish Visionary. Got it. Swing with the Karnstruck. 8 cast plays Force of Will, right? So I'm not necessarily home free if I natural order. So no blocks. Take 5. Go to 14. Then my turn. I can also Green Sun Zenith. Okay, so if I natural order, it costs me... Oh, actually, I can't natural order. I'm 1 short of being able to do it because I go Birch Lore. No, I can use Wirewood Symbiote to do it. So I go Birch Lore, activate these 2, 1, 2, Wirewood Symbiote, bounce, I don't know, Birch Lore to my hand. And then, no, I can't bounce. I have to bounce Elvish Visionary, right? Because Birch Lore has to stay in play. So activate 1, or activate these 2, 3, 4, bounce this, untap, natural order away something, and then have double Wirewood plus Nettle Sentinel in play. It kills them if they don't have Force of Will. If they do have Force of Will, it's really bad. All right, so blue or green, tap these 2. Then, actually no. So let's see. Activate these 2, because I have to bounce Elvish Visionary, I think, even though I can't recast it through Chalice. Then we go Wirewood, bounce this, or untap this, bounce this, then green, then natural order, this one, and man, I'm just so low on mana if I don't tap. Okay, so if I Crater Hoof here, sacking Nettle Sentinel, and it resolves, then the Crater Hoof is +4, so that's, okay, that's lethal even with Nettle Sentinel. Although I don't have another elf in play anyway. All right, let's just grab, let's sack Nettle Sentinel. All right, does this resolve or not? Metallic Rebuke, wow. Really? Okay, well, get wrecked, I guess. All right, go to combat, swing with the Wirewoods. Bauble back, Memory back Urza's Bauble. Play Thought Monitor. I have another natural order, but not the mana to use it. Wow, they're just deploying so much stuff. Why didn't they deploy all of this stuff last turn if they had it? 9/9 Construct that we can't block. I can what? Zenith for Grist and kill this? They're gonna draw more cards. But even if I Zenith for Grist, then I'm still in the same position next turn. So I need to Zenith for what? Heritage Druid? Oh, I only have 2 mana. This tramples over and kills me. Yeah, we're dead. I needed Natural Order to resolve, and it didn't. So Collector Oof, Abrupt Decay, and I'm pretty sure that's it. Cut one of these. Let's cut Once Upon a Time and run that. All right, on the play. We've got land Heritage Druid, then land. We're probably just going what? Land Zenith for Dryad Arbor, right? And then play all this stuff. All right, so let's keep. So play this, play Zenith for 0, grab Dryad Arbor, and go. And then we can go Birch Lore, Heritage Druid, tap, play Wirewood Symbiote, bobble, bobble, Lotus Petal, cracks the bobble, play Seed of the Synod, trigger. So they can attack, they can use Metallic Rebuke here, unfortunately. All right, so let's cast Birch Lore Rangers. Let's play Heritage Druid. Yeah, so Metallic Rebuke, of course. And then second Dryad Arbor, and then go. Bobble, Urza's Saga, crack bobble, crack another bobble. So bobble draw, So Quirion Ranger. So I've got 1, 2, 3, untap Dryad Arbor by bouncing the other one, and then cast Natural Order. And if that fails, then we're really far behind. Okay, so tap, tap, activate Birch Lore, tap, tap, Quirion Ranger, untap this one, bounce this one, tap. Natural Order, what am I eating? Quirion Ranger probably? Or am I just eating the Dryad Arbor that's tapped? Either way, I'm losing mana, right? All right, let's just Natural Order the Quirion Ranger. Natural Order, eat Quirion. Oh my god, they have another counterspell. Yep. Well, Dryad Arbor, and go. Island. All right, Allosaurus Shepherd, uncounterable. Would have been nice to have this earlier, but now we got it at least. And then I can cast Grist. So black, tap, tap, cast Grist, tap these two, plus Grist, mill Atraxa. All right, and then over to them. Then they make a Construct, then they make another Construct, and then they can, what, Needle Grist away? Or they can grab, like, Aether Spellbomb, bounce this, kill Grist. Either way, we're in trouble. All right, activate Construct. And what are they grabbing? Shadow Spear. And then they can Shadow Spear the Construct and kill Grist, and then we can't block it. Yeah, wonderful. All right, Glimpse. I guess we're going to Glimpse and then try to combo right now because we have nothing else to do. So cast Glimpse, cast Wirewood Symbiote, trigger. Well, we bricked. I can bounce an elf. So tap these, this one and this one, then activate this, untapping Dryad Arbor, bouncing, it doesn't matter which one. So Allosaurus Shepherd. Then cast Allosaurus Shepherd, trigger Glimpse, and we drew another land. All right, Bayou, and then just pass. And then another Construct. So we've probably got, what, 1, 2 turns maximum to get out of this? Mox Opal, swing with both. All right, I guess I'm going to block here and bounce it. So block here, then untap, bouncing this. So we take 6 down to 14. Activate, make a Construct. Shadow Spear, move to the other one in case we Crater Hoof. Okay, another land. All right, play Allosaurus Shepherd. And then I can't really do anything, right? Yeah, pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 1 short of being able to activate Shepherd anyway. Even if I could, all my creatures are still smaller than their Constructs. So we're going to lose this. They make another Construct, potentially. Their Constructs become gigantic. I have to chump 2 of them. Even if I draw Natural Order and they don't have a counter for it, we're still losing. They're going up to, like, what, 41 this turn? Aether Spellbomb. Chalice of the Void X is 1, sure. So if I ever cast anything that's going to get countered by Chalice, they can bounce Aether Spellbomb in response, basically. So block here. I have to block another one. Yeah, so block, activate Wirewood Symbiote. Doesn't matter which one I'm targeting because I'm just going to bounce this. And then damage, we go to 5. All right. Well, we've drawn 3 lands in a row, so that's how it goes. On to the 5th and final round. All right, last round of the day on the play. All right, keep. I'm not sure what I should do first. Maybe go get Dryad Arbor is the best thing to do. Opponent mulls to 6. All right, let's just GSC for Dryad Arbor. Bobble, crack bobble. Urza's Saga. Is this 8 cast again? Bobble trigger. Oh, hey, we drew Heritage Druid. All right, so let's go Elvish Visionary, trigger, draw card, Wirewood. All right, so let's go Bayou, Wirewood Symbiote, untap Dryad Arbor, bounce Elvish Visionary, cast Heritage Druid, and back to them. Urza's Saga goes to 2 counters. I actually can cast Natural Order next turn as well. So Vault of Whispers. Okay, so not 8 cast. So it's Helm or Storm. Chrome Mox, Imprinting, Infernal Tutor. Okay, so it's Storm. So we got to kill them like right now. So if I natural order, I sack something. I sack the Dried Arbor because I'm tapping it. And then I get Crater Hoof, and that is 9, 14, 15, 16. It's not enough to kill them. So the alternative is Elvish Visionary, Allosaurus Shepherd. That's 3 mana. Then tap Heritage Druid. All right, I can kill them next turn whether I do that or not. So I should go for the Heritage Druid line. So Elvish Visionary, trigger. We've already played land, right? Yeah. So then tap Dryad Arbor, play Allosaurus Shepherd. Then we go Heritage Druid, tap, tap, tap. Then Wirewood Symbiote, bounce this, or untap Dryad Arbor, bounce this. Actually, hang on. Is it better to untap Dryad Arbor or bounce or untap Heritage Druid? I bounce this back to my hand, and then I still have 4 mana. And then I kill them, right? Because then I can natural order. So untap, bounce, and then I can go fetch, natural order, eat one of these guys, eat Heritage Druid, and then hoof is 1 more creature on the board. So fetch, forest, so tap these, no, tap this one, natural order, eat Heritage Druid, hoof, 4 creatures, 4, 8, 12, hoof 17, 18. Am I 1 short? So tap this one, play Wirewood Symbiote, activate, untap, bounce, then natural order, this one, sack this. I think I'm 1 short, right? Natural, sack this, which has Summoning Sickness. Oh, I needed to bounce one. I needed to bounce a different one, didn't I? Hoof, because I go down to 4 creatures, 4, 12, 13, 14, 19. Yeah, I'm 1 short of killing them, right? Natural order, sack this one. Go grab Crater Hoof, trigger, go to combat, attack for 19. All right, make a construct. Hopefully they don't have it. So Urza Saga resolves. They can float one and grab what, LED or something. Did Heritage Druid didn't have Summoning Sickness, right? Yeah, so I should have bounced this one instead. Opal, Dark Ritual. Yeah, we're dead. Talisman and Beseech, and then they get Gaia's Will, replay everything, Beseech again, and we're dead. All right, Leyline, Thoughtseize, Oof, Endurance, Abrupt Decay. All right, so I don't think they run any counter spells, so Shepherd out. Once Upon a Time's good for finding Oof. Grist out, Atraxa out. I'm still 7 cards over after all that. Birchlore. Abrupt Decay's probably not that great. There's still 3 more cards. Shave this, shave this. All right, just cut these. Submit. I don't know how effective Thoughtseize is in this matchup either. All right, keep. Reveal Leyline. Land, Wirewood Symbiote. Pass. Chrome Mox. Exiling Duress. Thoughtseize us. I'm not sure which one of these they actually take. I would presume Elvish Visionary. Yeah, all right, there goes that. Oh, and they have Urza Saga. Of course they do. I guess I have to Besage you that, right? I have to Besage you that. So stop on draw step. Go to combat. Swing with Wirewood. Channel Besage you. Blow that up. And they get a swamp. All right. Vault of Whispers. Thoughtseize us. Take Glimpse of Nature. Wishclaw Talisman. Things are not going well. All right. I guess I Thoughtseize them. Grab Bayou. Thoughtseize. LAD and Cut Down. I guess I'm taking LAD, right? All right. Take that. And then go to combat. Swing. Found a land. All right. Go to combat. Swing. This is why I think Thoughtseize is probably not good in this matchup, because yeah, it just becomes useless at a certain point. Very quickly, actually. So now we're passing back and forth until they can find a thing. All right, so combat, swing. So they're going to kill this in response to Elvish Visionary hitting the field, right? So let's go. Elvish Visionary. They have to cut down in response or else I get to draw more cards. Yeah, so that. Elvish Visionary trigger. I can Zenith for the Dryad Arbor. What's better to Zenith for? Probably just another Elvish Visionary to draw a card, right? Oh no, it's Zenith for Oof, of course. So let's Thoughtseize them. Take Duress. All right, back to them. And then we're going to Zenith for 2 and grab Collector Oof. So we shut off their artifacts. 2 mana. No. I sided out Grist. I'm going to Zenith for Oof. Infernal Tutor. So they can tutor whatever they want. So if they grab LED, they can Wish and get Beseech, but then they can't keep chaining stuff. They found Urza's Saga. Oh my god. So even if I guess I can shut them off from being able to make any mana, right? Because Chrome Mox and the Vaults are turned off, so they have to find naturally another mana source in order to even activate it. Okay, so Heritage Druid, then Gaia's, activate Zenith for X's 2, grab Collector Oof, and then combat, swing with the Elvish Visionary. So this, and this are shut off, so they have to naturally draw either another non-artifact land or have like a Dark Ritual or something. Vault of Whispers. Okay, so they can't make an artifact. They can't make a construct, rather. Thoughtseize. Yeah, all right. go to combat, swing with everything, and then back over to them. So they get to grab a thing. I'm not sure what. Any artifact they grab can't be activated, so they can grab Pithing Needle? Mox Opal, sure. Ancient Tomb. All right, so now we're just 2-turn clock. Elvish Visionary, trigger, go to combat, swing. All right, so Thoughtseize didn't feel great, but that was just one game. I also don't know about Abrupt Decay. Like, sometimes they run out LED or Wishclaw Talisman before they actually have the win, and then it's useful, but then a lot of other times it isn't. Nah, I'm not going to bring in Abrupt Decay. Let's just run the same thing back. Double Thoughtseize, all right. So keep Swamp, Thoughtseize us. Well, let's, I guess, cast Once Upon a Time. What if they just don't take it? Anything that I get with it, they can just take, unless I get a land, but yeah, all right, it resolves. If they want to take Once Upon a Time, then sure. So they did take Once Upon a Time. All right, LED. Well, we drew Leyline of the Void. Okay. Fetch Bayou, Thoughtseize them. So they just have a Cabal there. Oh my god, Urza's Saga. So stupid, this land. All right. It's like, oh, I don't even have to have actual spells. I can just win off this one land that is hard to interact with. Urza's Saga. Yeah, all right. Heritage Druid, Gaia's Cradle, tap, Nettle Sentinel, and go. City of Traders, cut down on Heritage Druid. Awesome. This land is so dumb. Why does this land exist? All right, Dryad Arbor, Cradle, cast Elvish Visionary. All was yes, all was yield. Trigger. There's Natural Order. So in the meantime, Thoughtseize them. Well, take Adnaz. And back over to them, not attacking. Make Construct. And then let's see. So Gaia's Cradle alone can pay for 3 of the Natural Order mana. And then I can Natural Order and grab Craterhoof, but I don't think I actually kill them. So Saga, make another Construct. Shadow Spear, of course. Another LED. I guess they can pop an LED to equip it. Or they can just wait a turn. Swing, no blocks. Go to 10. Another Nettle Sentinel. So I go Nettle Sentinel, Cradle, eat the Nettle Sentinel that is currently... Yeah, so I go Sentinel, and then Cradle, eat the sick Sentinel, then grab Hoof, it triggers, then go to combat. All right. I don't know that we actually had lethal there, but close enough. So 4-1 with Elves. Obviously very good. I don't think did we go up against a Bowmasters deck? I can't even remember now. But so the deck is obviously very weak against anything that's running Bowmasters, and can kind of struggle against interactive decks to some degree. Obviously, you want to play against non-interactive decks, although not Storm, because then you can just die. But yeah, it's got a lot of trickiness. I'm not sure that I sideboarded correctly. I feel like the cards that are the most cuttable are Shepherd, Birchlore, Once Upon a Time, and maybe you can shave some number of these guys, but you can't shave too much, and you can cut Grist and Atraxa in matchups where they don't matter. And then sideboard... There's so many decks that are running artifacts now. I almost think that Oof might just be good enough to main deck. But regardless, also this feels like 2 Endurance and 4 Ley Lines feels like a lot of graveyard hate. But maybe that's appropriate. Anyway, that is the last League of the Day, Elves. We've been streaming for 12 hours. So if you showed up to the stream, I hope you enjoyed yourself. And we will come back with more decks next time.